This episode of Pool Magazine podcast is brought to you by Beatbot, the future of robotic pool cleaning. Beatbot's powerful cordless robots are designed to tackle every corner of the swimming pool with precision, using advanced navigation, smart sensors, and ultra-efficient suction. With easy app controls and high-tech features, it's never been easier to keep your pool crystal clear. No cords, no hoses, no hassle. Discover why more pool owners and pool pros are making the switch at beatbot.com.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Pool Magazine Podcast, where we go behind the scenes with the people shaping the industry of pools, spas, and outdoor living. Today's guest is someone who knows a thing or two about building surfaces that can stand up to some of the toughest conditions in the country. We got Sean West with us with Deckology here today. And if you've ever walked a resort pool in Vegas lately, odds are you've already been exposed to their work. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about their Aquaflex surfacing system that's become the go-to for some of the best-known resort luxury properties like the Wynn, Bellagio, Mandalay Bay, and many others. It's a pleasure to have you with us today on the show, Sean.
Absolutely. Firstly, thanks for having me, Joe. I appreciate it. I am Sean West. I was the founder and now VP of Sales at Deckology. I started the journey back in 2006 in Las Vegas under our previous name, Pebble Stone Coatings. We were looking for innovative alternatives to traditional concrete and tile resurfacing that just weren't holding up in the intense resort environment, which led us to Aquaflex, which is a high-performing thermoplastic surface, soft underfoot, slip-resistant, and incredibly durable. And what really sets us apart is that we're not just selling a product, we're solving a long-standing problem that most commercial hotel and resort properties have. And we've evolved now into a national brand trusted by some of the most prestigious hotels and resorts because of our consistent quality and focus on the customer.
So I was alluding to that before, Sean. I mean, Deckology and resort style pools go kind of hand in hand. Your brand is synonymous with some of those types of pools that you know perhaps better than anyone. Las Vegas is absolutely brutal on outdoor surfaces, intense UV, chemical exposure, constant foot traffic. So the bar is set really high at these luxury resorts. So tell me, what makes Aquaflex such a solid fit for that kind of environment?
So Aquaflex was actually built for environments just like Las Vegas. It's UV stable, absorbs sound and impact, and doesn't crack or peel. Especially with the heavy foot traffic in Las Vegas and scorching temperatures, traditional pool decks can become both dangerous and unsightly pretty fast. Aquaflex resists the heat, stains, chemical exposure, so it looks great and stays safe season after season.
Take us under the hood there a little bit, Sean. I mean, what is Aquaflex and how's it different than other similar products that we've seen around on the market?
So Aquaflex itself is a thermoplastic round pebble. This product, what's great about it, it's mixed on site. What happens once it's mixed is it chemically bonds together. So instead of some systems which are typically glued together, our system actually kind of melts together. So it creates a brand new surface. It bonds with subsurfaces, and then those pebbles actually will bond with themselves. And within a 24-hour period, it's a solid brand new system.
From the commercial side of your business, I mean, you're just not in the run-of-the-mill spaces that we're talking about. We're talking about the Four Seasons, Resort World, all over Vegas. I mean, you guys are even out in my market. I think you guys did the Thunder Valley in my neck of the woods. What kind of expectations do you hear from those high-end clients that maybe a standard project wouldn't demand?
Sure. While our customers runs the gamut from smaller hotels to the boutiques, the luxury clients expect more than just function. They really want something that extends their brand and enhances their guest experience. This means soft underfoot surfaces, vibrant custom color blends, and flawless installations without disrupting their operation. The properties are always looking for ways to increase safety, reduce maintenance, and offer something visually striking, and that's exactly where we shine.
When we talk about features, cost, benefit, I'd like to have you discuss one of the biggest value props that you guys lead with, and that's 23% cooler than concrete. That's a big deal. So, I mean, how much does heat really play into the guest experience on the pool deck?
The heat is definitely an important part. It's actually huge, especially in climates like Las Vegas and Florida and southern states. Bare feet on traditional concrete is unbearable, not to mention dangerous for kids and older guests. Reducing surface temperatures by over 20% creates a more comfortable environment that helps prevent burns and accidents. People aren't running on the surface, and it really makes a difference in guest satisfaction and safety scores.
Sure. I mean, I could tell you from my experience of just being in Las Vegas during the middle of the summer at one of these resorts. I mean, you're playing hopscotch looking for the cool part on the deck where you can land, looking for the shady part where it's not going to scorch your feet to death.
Absolutely. I'm actually from Las Vegas. So I grew up in Las Vegas. I remember sliding down metal slides back in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, these days, one of the biggest factors that comes into play on projects is obviously speed of installation. And that's something that jumps out when we look at Deckology and the Aquaflex system. I mean, how fast can you guys get in and out and get the job done and have it ready for foot traffic?
Speed is definitely a focus for us. Aquaflex is a pour-in-place system, and what's great about it, there's very little demolition needed in most cases, and it's ready for light foot traffic within 24 hours. That speed matters, especially in hospitality where downtime equals lost revenue. Our ability to mobilize our crews quickly, install efficiently, and minimize that disruption is a huge advantage for our hotel and resort operators who want to just really open up those pools as fast as possible.
I mean, with that, we're going to take a short break for a message from one of our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this quick sponsored message from Genesis and the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance.
Today's episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is proudly brought to you by Genesis and the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance. Genesis trained professionals build pools that clients rave about, turning satisfied customers into powerful referrals. Our curriculum is designed to equip you with the knowledge and skills to create extraordinary outdoor living spaces. Invest in your employees with Genesis and watch your team thrive.
And we're back. Now, I was at a flooring show recently, coverings earlier this year in Orlando, and was discussing trends with my peers there at the event. I mean, we were talking about how rubberized surfacing systems have been gaining more market share over the past decade. I mean, what are you seeing right now in outdoor surfacing, especially as commercial and hospitality spaces make that kind of transition away from concrete and look for more sustainable solutions?
Two things. Sustainability and safety are really leading the conversations. Hotels want surfacing that lasts longer and meets, of course, ADA and slip resistance standards. There's also a branding, is what Aquaflex gives designers that flexibility without compromising performance.
We've been talking about all these amazing properties and projects Technology has been involved with. I mean, any recent success stories you could share with us of projects where Aquaflex made a real big impact?
Sure. One recent example was a property in Scottsdale, Arizona. This was about 2 months ago. They were having multiple complaints about their hot surface. It's there in Arizona, of course, slippery pool decks, and they needed something cooler and safer for their guests while still elevating the look. We completed the install ahead of schedule, and their team immediately saw a difference, reduction of heat complaints, better traction, and believe it or not, reviews from their guests started within 1 week after our installation. So projects like that show the real world value of what we offer.
Let's shift gears a little. We've all seen the ripple effects of supply chain issues over the past few years, but Deckology seems to have dodged a little bit of that turbulence. I mean, you're one of the few companies not really feeling the pinch, so to speak, and that's because your products are 100% US made. The elephant in the room these days is the subject of tariffs. With so many import heavy competitors feeling the heat, being tariff proof is a competitive edge. I mean, how does that impact your pricing and product model compared to some others in your space?
Well, absolutely. Because we're not dependent on foreign suppliers, tariffs haven't really affected our pricing, which gives us a huge advantage in both cost controls and forecasting. While some of our competitions have seen between 15 to 30% increases in major delays, we've stayed stable, which is what our clients really appreciate, especially when they're planning capital projects on larger facilities.
Trade show season's coming up fast. Are there any events or conferences where folks might catch you guys next?
They sure are. So yes, we'll be at several shows coming up in this fall and spring, including the Elias Design Show in Los Angeles, Hotel Point in Dallas, Texas, and the Bitech Luxury in Naples, Florida. These events are great opportunities for us to connect with architects, facility managers, hotel groups, and designers who are rethinking their pool deck strategies. And we love being a part of those conversations.
Awesome. All right, let's land the plane here. If you had to give an elevator pitch to a designer, a builder, or someone spec'ing for a hospitality project, what is one thing that they should remember about Deckology?
Deckology delivers pool decks that are cooler, safer, longer lasting, and customizable.
Perfect. And where can folks go to learn more about Deckology or get in touch with you and your team?
You can check out our lookbook. It's a great opportunity to see real project and transformations as well as information. We're also active on LinkedIn. And of course, if you reach out to me, I'm always happy to set up a call or a site visit to explore how we can help the next project.
Awesome, Sean. Thanks again for joining us today. Great conversation, and thanks for your insights.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to any questions that you may have.
That's all the time that we have left today. A big thank you to all our listeners tuning in. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time on another episode of Pool Magazine Podcast.
This episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is brought to you by Beatbot, the future of robotic pool cleaning. Beatbot's powerful cordless robots are designed to tackle every corner of the swimming pool with precision, using advanced navigation, smart sensors, and ultra-efficient suction. With easy app controls and high-tech features, it's never been easier to keep your pool crystal clear. No cords, no hoses, no hassle. Discover why more pool owners and pool pros are making the switch at Beatbot.com.